hello, hello, hey, hello, 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 hi, hey, and hello. My name is Jerusalem Truth. I'm an artist, tarot reader, writer, woo baby, and hoodoo lady. That's all backwards, but it still applies just the same. I am, I'll say it right, like a Tribe Called Quest, an artist, writer, tarot reader, woo lady, and hoodoo baby, and I would love to give you a very personal welcome or welcome back to this here YouTube channel, Temperance Apothecary. This is the YouTube extension of pre-existing business, Temperance Apothecary, with new products launching July 7th, 2026. We have spiritual home goods such as candles and body butters, and I also offer personal tarot readings for general life, love and romance, as well as career and development and custom creativity readings for my artists, entrepreneurs, anyone really ready to explore and develop their creativity and to celebrate Pride. I will be offering discounted readings for the people them. If you'd like to find out how much those discounts are or just any of our booking information, you can go check that out below. We are also now on the TikTok and we're on Substack. So if you'd like to connect with me, with the words, the messages, with spirit, get up with your girl. All right, all that info is down below. But without further ado, I wanted to come in with this fresh new month energy and tap into what is coming over the next 30 days. I find that I like to sit in that what is the energy question, which I love, but I do want these readings to be a little more pointed, at least these 30 days, next month, this week type of vibe. So today we are asking Spirit directly what is coming and what's the energy, you know, a little bit of both. I pre-shuffled the cards so we can keep it cute, short, and sweet. And without further ado, if you have not picked your pile already, you can go ahead and do that in a moment, and I'll see you over there. Hi, pile one. So we are first going to start with looking at your image, which of the 3 pictures is the only selfie. So this month, this upcoming 30 days is very much an energy of you showing off. All right. It looks like this is almost a studio of sorts, or maybe I'm putting 20 on 10, child, but they sure do got a lot of shoes in the back. They have a very put together outfit, at least from the top, but they have these, there's a specific name for them, but I know they're on trend. They're trendy jeans, and it looks like they have sneakers on as well. And then their hair done, you see the little bang. Like this next month, you are definitely proudly, there's a couple different words, make it plain, Spirit. You are proudly showing off. Like you see how you have your stuff together. Their home looks very warm, very comfy. It's giving me like a streetwear artist vibe. You might be an entrepreneur or work for yourself or a freelancer, I'm hearing. You may be someone typically artistic in like little details ways, right? You know, their phone case has, it looks like cherries and stuff on it. Like I said, they have this yellow, but it's not that buttercream, common yellow or whatever, right? It's almost, I'm not gonna say mustardy, child, but either way, you are tapped in to your energy, but also the collective as far as, like I said, the trends, and at the same time, you're showing off what you have to offer in your version of it. So without further ado, pile one, let's get into your reading. Like I said, I shuffled and picked the cards beforehand, but I picked 5 out of the 6. So I can shuffle the last one, which is the overall energy of the next 30 days live. Okay, y'all got the 9 of Pentacles. What did I say? What did I say, pile one? You are taking care of yourself. You got a new attitude. I'm hearing, if you've heard New Attitude by Patti LaBelle, that's how it starts. So let's get into your cards. Our first card, pile one. We have the 9 of Cups, followed by the 6 of Pentacles, the Page, 6 of Pentacles and Page of Swords reversed. Then we have the Knight of Swords reversed and the Knight of Wands. Ooh! Now this is how it looks on the camera, but on the table, this is what it gives. Like they are running into each other. Like they're inversed of each other. Is it like this? Yeah. So you can see that. I know that's right. You've tightened up your point of view. You got a new attitude, Power One. All right, you are not playing. Over the next 30 days, what is coming is wish fulfillment by your own hand. You are self-sufficient, all right? The Nine of Pentacles is a card of self-sufficiency because they've built up and developed and worked from the Eight of Pentacles all the way down up to this Nine of Pentacles. And before they share it with the 10, they lovingly tend to their own garden. And with the Six of Pentacles reversed, I heard get it out the mud. So this might have been something that you have been working on for a while, Power One. Maybe it's a creative project. It's something that you have been sitting on too. It's an idea that's been fermenting because we have the Page of Swords into the Knight of Swords, yet both of them are reversed. Meanwhile, we have the Knight of Wands. So this reads to me as you finally not just sitting with and thinking about what you want to do, but you're going and doing it. And in doing so, you are going to reap a harvest that otherwise can't nobody take away from you. Can't nobody tell you nothing about what you got going on because you made it happen yourself. You got some giddy up about you, Power One, and went and made it happen. So Spirit, can we get some specifics and how Power One is getting what they want in the next 30 days, especially with the Six of Pentacles reversed? You are not oversharing either. So this might have been something that, or you may be someone inclined to group projects. Yeah. Four of Pentacles. You may be inclined to group projects. Six of Cups. Yes. This might be my Power One. How you doing? Middle of the deck, the Devil reversed. Yeah, so in the past, recently is what it feels like, but maybe just over the last 6 months, I'm hearing, you have been trying to get others to buy in on whatever this is. You have been trying to get others to give you what you want, and not in a, ooh, I want to receive it and manipulate others out of it, but because there's comfort in sharing the process and showing your process with others and being witnessed, right? And there is also support, tangibly or otherwise, that pays off in dividends and that can be invaluable when you are creating, right? When someone gives you the tool you need at the right moment that you need it. But I think the Six of Pentacles being clarified by the Four of Pentacles, specifically with how you are getting what you want, Power One, this is telling me that you are actually keeping your cards, close to your chest. Yeah, the Six of Cups wanted to come out with strength. You may be used to talking yourself out your spot. Okay, yeah, talking yourself out your spot. Temperance, and then we have Judgment on the bottom. And you may be used to other people planting seeds in your ear. All right, you may be used to your younger self looking at you in this Page of Swords energy like, are you sure? I'm hearing from Tarzan, is this water sanitary? Like, you may be used to your younger self questioning your ideas, feeling inexperienced, feeling immature. And at the same time, you might be used to your own impulsivity, your own quick decision making that you might have been led to mistrust. You may think because of how something turned out once upon a time, Power One, that, oh my gosh, I need to tame the beast, right? Oh my goodness, I need checks and balances. I need to make sure that I'm surrounded by people and on a team, and that's the way I stay good. That's the way I stay on task. The only person that can hold you accountable is you. The only person that can hold you accountable is you. And the way you do that is increase your accountability. I was trying to say, increase your capacity for receiving more, for holding more, right? When you want to lift more weights in the gym, you got to start with your baby weight, because that's one, how you develop the form, but two, how you get used to holding more weight. Period. At the same time, I'm seeing with the Temperance card, you are marrying, again, your inner shadow and the parts of you that previously might have scared you and kept you from taking action with this Knight of Wands momentum energy. You're marrying those, and you're keeping, again, just close to the chest. I'm thinking of the Sacred Sisterhood deck where the Four of Coins is graduation. You might be graduating, you might be elevating, you ain't even telling nobody, because let's be clear, the card that's in between, I didn't even peep this till now. We have the Six of Pentacles reversed, the Five of Pentacles will be after that, and then we have the Four of Pentacles to clarify it. The Five ain't even show up here. And what I'm getting from that is you are keeping these things close to your chest, not out of secrecy because, oh, well, other people are trying to plot and blah, 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 blah. It's a mindset correction, right? There is the principle that when you tell someone or say that you're going to do something, it gives off the same feeling in your mind or in your brain as you doing it. And so if you one in the next 30 days and just show up in the way that you need to show up, then that's actually how you begin to acquire, yes, what you want, and that's how you start to, we have the Four of Cups. Both of these came out sideways, by the way. I'm gonna take them both reversed. As you allow yourself to just show up in your Nine of Pentacles energy, as you start to focus in on your own garden, your own pentacles, making momentum towards what it is you desire, taking true action steps, that is how you not only start to get those swords to come out your back, but you complete the cycle. And that's when you realize you have had everything you needed this whole time. The Spirit has provided you with, King of Swords, with the support that you needed. Six of Wands, and I'll cut the deck. With the support, with the tools, with the ideas that you've always needed to get where you're trying to get to this Nine of Pentacles, to reap your own harvest. Pile one. So Spirit, any last minute messages? 333, as I look at the camera or the clock. We have the Ten of Cups reversed on the bottom and the Ace of Wands. What happens when I cut the deck? King of Cups, Five of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you minding yours. You're minding the business that quite literally pays you for the next 30 days, pile one, and I love that. So let's close out with our affirmation and angel number. Our affirmation is, I fully acknowledge and receive myself exactly where I am at this present point in time. I know that's right. And, oh, wow. First of all, it fell on the floor, so if it fell on the floor, it counts times 4. And you know what fell? Universe abundance. The universe abundantly supports you. The force of life is around. This number enhances all attributes of other cards you draw today, creating a powerful connection between you and your angels. Also a beautiful one. Visualize the power of the universe flowing into your being and envision your own creative forces amping up to meet it. Draw another card knowing that the next message will be amplified by this energy. And just for that, don't tell nobody about one. We can pull another angel card for you. But even if we apply it to this spread, it's amplifying this Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles energy. I was just gonna pick the one up top, but let me shuffle. These ones kind of hefty. 740. Oh my goodness. Pile one. Let me pause. Because I'm gonna do a story time that's really only relevant to this pile. So I recorded a next 30 days pick a pile last week, right? And I had recorded pile 1 and pile 2 and then pile 3 last night, thinking that I just put them together. No problem. No muss, no fuss. Tell me why the audio in pile 2 suddenly went out. It was very, very random. And something just didn't sit right with me of, okay, I'm re-recording 2 out of the 3 piles. I might as well just redo all 3, you know, now that it's June, it's fresh energy, yada, yada, yada. I did the same thing. I pre-picked the cards. I pre-picked the affirmations. Woo, woo, woo. I didn't look at the angel numbers. I didn't look at the affirmations beforehand. I didn't look at any of your cards, specifically pile 1, before this reading. And yet, this angel number, 740, is the same angel number that came up in the last reading. So clearly, Spirit wanted me to get this message to you. So make sure you clean out your ears and you're listening closely. 740, new connections. Keep an open mind. And remember, this is being amplified by this 000 energy. People are showing up in your life who reflect the goals you've been putting forth into the universe. Meet them and open yourself up to what they have to teach you about life and yourself. Demonstrate that your heart and mind are open to new connections by following up with a new friend at some point today. I know that's right. That also gives another flavor or interpretation to the reading, especially with this Page of Swords and Knight of Swords reversed, but the Knight of Wands is upright. Yes, I interpret it as your energy, and especially with the context of these angel numbers, I can see how these two Page and Knights are actually folks that you are, with this Six of Cups, choosing to leave behind. And it's not an active, I just can't be bothered kind of way. By you choosing yourself, are you choosing to be fruitful? The word that I'm looking for is committed to your own vision, to your own garden, to your desires. When you decide to be a vessel for yourself, when you decide to be brave and pour into the pentacles you have and not give it out to everyone else, but also not ignore spirit and accept the gift that they are giving you, the Ace of Cups. The Ace can be the beginning of a new connection. That is how you come into this Knight of Wands. These two page energies, or two pages, the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords also could be folks that are exiting your life on their own accord, right? They may be younger than you, or they may be your peer mates, but it's giving folks who are very heady and more concerned with what the world thinks, what others think. I'm even looking at this Page of Swords looking back, right? And then this Knight of Swords is looking straight ahead. And usually they can be a little selfish in how they bite or how they talk or how they communicate. And this Knight of Wands is worried about business, all right? And I just think that you are being fully supported by new folks entering your life for this project that you're working on, for this new identity that you are showing up as. Yeah, 10 of Cups reversed on the bottom. And that's all right. This is a new relationship. This is a new time that you aren't quite ready to share with others. And Spirit doesn't want you to either. So pile 1, if this resonated with you, comment a mushroom. That's what I just heard. Emoji down below. And if you'd like to do a personal reading with me, you can check out the information in my bio or check out temperanceapothecary.com to book. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile 2. Let me look at your image so we can get into it. You are, over the course of the next 30 days, clearly eating good. You're going out, right? I'm looking at the photo. They seem to be just outside a restaurant. The door's open. It definitely seems warm wherever they are. And they also have on, it looks like it could be custom, don't get me lying, but a knitted top, but then a kind of casual cargo capri and open toe below. So it's giving business up top, party on the bottom, if that makes sense. And the bag, I thought the bag was a tail fall child. So over the next 30 days, you are really showing up put together, and you are also gathering. You're gathering with folks for sure, pile 2. I'm not picking up a whole lot from your image as far as the energy of the next 30 days. You're definitely stunning. That's a vibe that I'm getting. I just got tired all of a sudden. So maybe it's gonna be taking a little extra effort for you to get to that put together place. And at the same time, you notice how they're not looking at the photo. Ooh, I just noticed pile 3 isn't either. So you may have some messages in there. I haven't recorded it yet, but go check it out after this one if you feel called. You are worried about the bigger picture, I'm hearing, over the next 30 days. And honestly, let's just get straight into the cards. Now, I did pick 5 out of the 6 cards in the way I do my spread first. Like I shuffled and did that off camera, but I wanted to do my last 6th card live. But we're gonna start with your angel number. Yeah, 746. big decisions. The steps you must take have been revealed. The choice you need to make presently has already been decided in your heart. Your angels validate that you know what to do. Looking within is the only work that is left. Right now, ask your angels to reveal the answer to the big question in your life as you sit quietly in meditation. Allow the answer to find you. Work. What's your affirmation? I recognize and stand in my power more and more every day. I know this right, pal, too. So let's get into the cards. Oh my goodness, I just got so sleepy. So yeah, y'all really might be catching up on your rest in the next 30 days, or just doing a lot in one day that's making you need to catch up on your rest. At this point, I have been up for 9 hours. And it's not even 4 o'clock yet, and child. But I'm really happy about all the things that I was able to get done today and use the daylight, and not just from a productivity sense, but I feel better, I feel lighter, even with this tiredness. And trust, we're gonna push through. So, what's the flavor of the next 30 days? The Wheel of Fortune. High Priestess reversed on the bottom. Let's get into the rest of your cards. Magician, the Sun, Six of Swords. All right. You know what? T. All right, Spirit. I'm glad we did this angel number first, because let me tell you something. Pile 2. Pile 2. They are, in fact, doing what you know them to be doing. Who's that they? Insert pronouns accordingly, insert relationship context accordingly, but know that this all finna come out in the wash. Why do I say that? And you see how I have to take the mic off to get serious, because I am not a romance reader, yada, yada, yada. I pick up what the cards put down, and what the cards is putting down is this. We have the Magician reversed, the Sun reversed, Six of Swords reversed, followed by the Three of Pentacles. Oop, let me cover them up. And the Seven of Swords, both of them upright. And then the flavor is the Wheel of Fortune. Pile 2, how long you gonna let them play in your face? Pile 2, how long are you gonna let them convince you that they just helping their cousin carry groceries, if you know you know? And I bring that up specifically, not specifically, because we have the Three of Pentacles, which typically is a card of collaboration, yes, followed by the Seven of Swords, and then the Sun reversed, kind of grounding the reading. You've seen everything you needed to see, and if you haven't, over the course of the next 30 days, it will be revealed. Sometimes it's not paranoia, right? Sometimes it's not anxiety. It is, in fact, our discernment trying to tell us, they over here trying to piss on your leg and call it rain, pile 1. Ooh, pile 1, go check that out. They're trying to piss on your leg and tell you it's rain, pile 2. And even as you resist from moving on, from transitioning, right? You're not ready quite yet to leave, because let's be clear. We have the Six of Swords reversed, which follows the Five of Swords, which is a card of strife. So you might have already been dealing with somebody who's talking to other people and other people DMs, having inappropriate work relationships and the like. But you ain't ready to go yet. And that's real, pile 2. I am not, we listen and we don't judge. So please know, this is not a, man, don't lead them. What I'm saying is, if you do not initiate getting gone, there is going to be a severing, whether you like it or not, especially with the Wheel of Fortune here. Of course, the Wheel of Fortune is associated with positivity and good things coming, but the Wheel of Fortune is just, it's just the wheel, all right? The Wheel of Fortune, that thing will turn. It's like the tables, right? Sometimes the tables turn and they're in your favor, and other times the tables turn and they are not in your favor. So with that said, especially coloring this reading, if you have been sitting on information the High Priestess reversed at the bottom of the deck. If you have been sitting on information about a particular relationship or dynamic, this doesn't even have to be romantic or sexual, but even think about work. If there's been a coworker cozying up to a manager, or a manager who's been cutting your shifts, or a roommate who keeps conveniently leaving your stuff out to spoil, or forgets to do their chores when you ask them, all those red flags that you have been ignoring, Queen of Cups. You know what you know. You done seen it. You done seen it already, pile 2. And frankly, 2 of Swords on the bottom, the decision has already been made. What Spirit say? Big decision. The choice you need to make presently has already been decided in your heart. You know what you gotta do. You know what you gotta do, pile 2. And you know what you gotta do? Here, your affirmation tells you. Recognize and stand in your power more and more every day. I know it can be hard. I know, especially in times such as these, it can be difficult to wrap your mind around leaving somebody. Or maybe you just put in a lot of time with this person, right? Y'all have grown together. But let me be clear, and this may be this may be a age range situation, which, you know, your business, pile 2. I ain't trying to get completely in your business, but I'm looking at this 3 of Pentacles, right? And you see how it's a student, a teacher, and then a model here. That's where I'm getting this age gap thing in. So this, or like I said, this may be a manager. This may be someone in a position of power over you, or in connection in relation to this person, and they have been trying to convince you that, you know, it's not that I would never. And so you have been trying to, you know, keep it cool, keep it calm, keep it collected, going back to your image, because I have it pulled up right here. We're trying to keep it cute. But let me tell you something about too, no matter how cute you keep it, what's done in the dark is going to come to the light, especially over the next 30 days. So Spirit, is there any other messages for pile 2 with these next 30 days? I said I wanted to be specific, and Spirit said, "Bet." Say that. What can I give to the pile 2 collective, Spirit, as I guess a word of encouragement for what's coming over the next 30 days? Can I get a word of encouragement? Something to look out for. Oh, strength. Leo. I'm not gonna say what I want to say. And then we got the star, which is Aquarius energy on the bottom. And then let's just pull a third one, a message from Spirit at the time. Page of Wands. Do not be afraid of starting over, and be open to someone new entering your life that's really not even trying to stress you out like that, for real. 4 of Wands. Yeah, celebrate getting up out of that pile 2. I just almost want to say pile 3. So maybe there's a message in you in pile 3 for you. And didn't I say that already? So there's definitely going to be some overlap between these 2 piles. At the same time, I've just gotten so much energy doing your reading. So I'm telling you, pile 2, if you have felt exhausted, if you have felt stressed out, if you have felt overworked, if you have felt overheated, I just got hot. The call is coming from inside the house, pile 2. And what was the word of encouragement? Knight of Wands. You can also definitely go back and check pile 1. Ooh, pile 1, right? Ooh, the way this is, okay, so strength and the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands as your word of encouragement, and then strength as what you need to know. You see how they're both facing the same direction? And then we actually have this Page of Wands facing the opposite direction. Excuse me, confirmation burp. You are keeping yourself small, and you're keeping yourself ignorant, trying to stay somewhere that you already know ain't no good. And with the way my desk is set up, it actually looks like strength and the Knight of Wands are looking towards this 4 of Wands. You know what a happy home looks like, what a happy home feels like, star. And often that can feel like being by your damn self. And sometimes would you rather be alone, or would you actually, don't answer that, pile 2. Let me tell you something. Go and listen to On My Own, Patti LaBelle. Go and listen to Be Myself and I by Beyonce. Go listen to Any Man of Mine by Shania Twain. That was so specific. Maybe you like Shania Twain. Either way, there is so much celebration, and maybe that you go. Thank you, Spirit. You are going out more and wearing less over the next 30 days, pile 2, because you are coming into information, crucial information about a relationship, a dynamic, a pairing, a group situation. Yeah, 6 of Pentacles reversed. But let's see what jumped out with the 5 of Cups. No more pain. Yeah, real Mary J. MJB with it. 10 of Wands reversed. 10 of Swords 10 of Swords reversed, and then 3 other cards came out. We have the 4 of Pentacles, the Devil reversed, and Temperance. When you realize just because they ain't giving it to you don't mean that you can't, 1, give it to yourself, or 2, get it from elsewhere. When you stop overgiving, when you stop overextending, when you move on, because the 4 of Pentacles, oh, thank you, Spirit. The 4 of Pentacles follows the 3 of Pentacles energy. And you see how they go from being in this group project to being by themselves, to holding themselves down. This is a season, a period, pile 3, where you are allowing yourself to be free. And it's gonna suck, and it's gonna be a little shitty, like Queen of Cups. She don't be wanting to be right about what she be doing, but she be knowing. Pile 3. Go watch the reading. Let me go ahead and start recording the shit at this point. But the Queen of Cups knows what she knows, and she doesn't ignore it. In fact, it's almost like she gazes into, let me find that. She gazes into her cup, almost like she's scrying, where you're able to see images, I think in like fog or liquid, and I'm gonna have to find the definition, child. But channel that energy. You know what you know. And you see how she has like a smile on her face? Don't cry because it happened. No. Yeah, don't cry because it happened, smile because it's over. Wait, what? Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Just because somebody can love you right don't mean that you wasted any love. Doesn't mean that you are not deserving of kinship and connection. And at the same time, just because somebody played don't mean you then go and you start playing with yourself about too. And not like that, because handle your business. I'm saying don't let anyone take you off your square, because they don't know how to act right. They don't know how to handle you. Often when people cheat, that ain't got shit to do with you. It does, but it doesn't. It does because often there is some misalignment within the relationship or dynamic that was always present. Let's be clear. That is my belief, of course. And maybe it's a newly developed misalignment that they could not hold. And that's okay. That's all right. Because guess what you finna do? Move on. And I mean move on. You're moving on to the 4 of Wands energy. You're moving on to celebration, to kinship. You're going out more, wearing less. All right? Having a good old time, pile 2. So thank you so much for watching. If you would like a more in-depth love reading with me though, you can go ahead and book that down below, or a reading on general life overview and career and development, as well as custom creativity readings. There's also a new Substack that you can go and check out, where I will be writing tempered thoughts or my personal and spiritual musings as an artist, tarot reader, woo lady, and hoodoo baby. So if you would be interested in that, go check that out in the description box below as well. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Don't worry about that. Actually, Spirit, give me one more card. Give me one more card for pile 2 as far as what energy they can tap into over these next 30 days, given the messages we just got. Ha! Go watch pile 1. 9 of Cups, Knight of Swords reversed. Pay the dust, all right? Sometimes the best response is no response. Sometimes the best response is to withdraw your energy. Keep your cups to your damn self, all right? And in doing so, that's actually how you get more of them. So I'll see you in the next video, pile 2. Bye. Hello, pile 3. What's happening? You from the South? You from Atlanta? I just heard that in my head. As I've said to the last 2 piles, I picked out our 5 of 6 cards before getting started, but I will be shuffling our last and 6th card, I should say, of the spread here and now. Actually, whoa. Pile 3, you may be getting ahead of yourself these next 30 days because I wanted to talk about your image. I've been pulling messages from the image itself. I was gonna get straight to the business. So I'ma still, what fell? The 6 of Cups fell. I'ma still pick our flavor of the month, our flavor of the next 30 days, energy of the next 30 days card, but I'm not gonna flip anything over. Or maybe that's what Spirit wants. Yeah, we got the Moon. All right, you're moving by intuition. And the 6 of Cups came out on the bottom again. She said, I said what I said. I know that's right, girl, my bad. Let me take the 6 of Cups out. And then the 5 of Wands flew out with her, but on its like side is ladies. So we actually are gonna get into the cards first. We're moving by faith and not by sight over these next 30 days, clearly. Sorry, I got paranoid that the mic wasn't on. Let's go ahead and flip these over. Oh, Bookie, you are All right. You're a little dramatic, ain't you, pile 3? And I say this because, first of all, energy, like I said, the Moon. I think of talking to the moon, howling at the moon. I also, whenever I see this card, laugh because you have these 2 people out, you know, howling at the moon, right? That's kind of the first thing you notice. I'm covering up their booties. But here at the bottom, you have this like creature in the lagoon. That's like, ooh, jump scare, but like Scooby-Doo-esque. And then we have, hold on, I want to get a clarifier, Spirit. And cards keep jumping. Yeah, we have the Strength on the bottom and the Ace of Wands. Okay, you are working yourself into a tizzy, pile 3 now, like where we are currently. And over the next 30 days, you didn't lay the fuck down. Like just 1, 2, 3, release them. Because you've completed the cycle. We have the World card at the center of the deck, grounding the deck. But because things aren't moving as quickly as you would like, Knight of Pentacles reversed, you think it ain't shit moving. You think you ain't got no motion. And so you're in your feelings. You up at night, 9 of Swords, stressing yourself out, thinking about how you finna make ends meet. You got the 4 of Swords, which is a card of rest, but it's a card of like, who child? It's following the 3 of Swords, right? Which is heartbreak. And now I see why there was, okay. There might have been a message in pile 2. If you are watching from pile 2, hey y'all. You do got a lot to unpick. And if you are not watching from pile 2, that's okay. That is more than okay. Yeah, we have the Knight of Cups reversed and the 8 of Cups. Yeah, okay, maybe you do have a message for you in pile 2, pile 3, because then we got the Lovers on the bottom. And Justice and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Everyone, I'm not gonna sing that, but words Kelly Rowland, every woman got a breaking point. Gender inclusive, okay? And you have hit your 1. You're tired of old bullshit. You're tired of old cycles. Now I see why this 5 of Wands jumped out like this, and with the 6 of Cups. You may have been in the habit or business of fighting for a relationship or connection that is very much showing you, hey girl, it's time to get up out of there. All right, it's time to eject. There is nothing fruitful for you here. And in fact, thinking of this Ace of Wands, it's giving a little sexual. You know that you have to restart again. And it might just, I made a real statement, but it kind of was a joke in pile 2 about not playing with yourself. Pile 3, you might have to get down to business. Downstairs DJ, do what you gotta do. But at the end of the day, you do have to grieve, you do have to heal, you do have to complete this cycle and allow the relationship to end. And it's gonna be a slow process. Heartbreak, I wouldn't, Wheel of Fortune just jumped out. So yeah, go back and watch pile 2 if that feels relevant or resonant with you. You are taking it slow, as you should, and you are starting over in this wands, you know, kind of sexual, sensual way, but you're not jumping into nothing new. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. Now I feel called to talk about y'all's image. So what was that, 5:30? Yeah. That's what this gives. This is giving Queen of Pentacles in mourning though. So the second picture I saw, it felt like somebody took that of them. The third picture feels like them a couple days later, a couple months later, now, if you will, right? Pile 2 or picture 2 might have been you in this relationship, trying to make it look good, trying to, you know, put on your best and do what you got to do to win and secure this job, this role, this relationship. And by the time you get here in pile 3, you're over it. And you're not only over it, but you are grieving that life, you are grieving that relationship. But in doing so, you're actually recognizing that you have everything you need and that it's not moving forward. But that doesn't mean you ain't got shit. That doesn't, if they try to convince you of that, leave them quicker. Leave them yesterday, pile 2, pile 3, and 2, right? This cycle has completed and you are better for it. And I know that's cliche. I know, you know, that's tough to hear, or that can just be irritating to hear, because don't nobody want to hear that, especially if the relationship ended in a cheating or just like emotional manipulation, stepping out kind of energy. But quite frankly, the Queen of Pentacles is worried about her own stuff because she got her own stuff. All right. 10 of Cups reversed on the bottom. Yeah. It's all right. It's all right, friend. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Allow yourself to grieve. Allow yourself to cry. Allow yourself to stay up those sleepless nights bars. The 5 of Swords was reversed, and as it was jumping out, it was trying to turn upright. I'm not gonna let you do it, pile 3. We are not mussing and fussing. As I said in pile 2, sometimes the best response is no response. That's not to say, you know, let nobody play with you. But sometimes the best way to show somebody that that meter's greasy is to remove yourself. Ooh, all right, all right. That's too many, Spirit. You want like that? Yeah, that is entirely too many. May I get 3 cards for pile 3 is to what they can look forward to in the next 30 days. What they really okay, need to know. And then I'm gonna add the 2 because they both jumped out. And then let's get a word of encouragement for pile 3 for the next 30 days, for what's happening in the next 30 days. 6 of Pentacles reversed. You want that reverse, Spirit? 2 of Wands. Yeah, you ain't waiting on nobody else to give you what you want. 5 of Cups reversed. Yeah, you might have a message for you in pile 2 with the Fool. Yeah, heard you, Spirit. All right, so first card, Queen of Swords. Yeah, Queen of Swords over the 4 of Swords. Now, you do have to take that hit. You do have to heal and allow your heart to grieve. But when you get up, pile 3, when you get righted, because it's going to be a blow. It's going to suck. It's really going to fucking suck, pile 3. I will not mince words about that. But you know what he's giving as the Queen of Swords? Come here. Come here, let me tell you something. And then when they come, you tell them, and I mean completely read them to filth, pile 3. And then we have the Ace of Swords and the 9 of Wands as far as insights. You not fighting with these people, and you not willing to start over, or somebody to lie to you and try to plant a new seed with what's going on. You've seen what you needed to see. You're Queen of Swords with the shits. You're not trying to hear that. You either, hey, you got something for me, or you don't. And with the 6 of Pentacles clarified by the 2 of Wands, then the 5 of Cups clarified by the Fool, What I say, Mary J. Blige, no more pain, like no more drama in your life. You actually aren't waiting for them to give you shit they ain't got either. So this may be a financial mismatch. Maybe it's a job, you've been waiting on a promotion and they keep playing over you with this promotion. Yeah, and maybe that's what's got you stressed out. That's what's on your mind as well. And then we have the Five of Cups into the Fool. The moment you release it, the moment you decide, you got that, big dog, is the moment that you begin a new journey. And it's not just, oh, the Ace, right? With this Ace of Swords reversed, or even this Ace of Pentacles reversed. It's the Fool. You are in a whole new cycle. You had the Fool and the World show up, pile 3. You are, in the next 30 days, beginning again in such a way you will look radically different. Look, feel, move radically different by the end of these next 30 days. Again, now going back to your image, this does look like a transition from what pile 2 was wearing to pile 3. Their hair is shorter. They're in a simpler dress. They have their hair tied up. Typically, you know, when a woman cuts her hair, she's ready to change her life, though gender inclusive. You have a new attitude for completely new reasons. You are able to see clearly and you're actually enjoying your own company because you recognize that you're the Queen of Pentacles. And do you think the Queen of Pentacles be fighting with these people? You think the Queen of Pentacles is defensive and trying to get the last word and, oh, but maybe we can salvage it. The Queen of Pentacles ain't trying to hear that. The Queen of Pentacles is too damn worried about what she got going on and what she has to offer and what she has to give. So pile 2, 3 at this point, over the next 30 days, you are grieving, but don't stress yourself out. Don't overly tax yourself. Okay. Don't allow someone else's mishandling of you to cause you to mishandle yourself. Yeah, we got the Queen of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords jumped out again, but reversed. And then the 4 of Swords reversed. Okay, actually, Spirit, I'm doing like that. Yeah. You got to be the one to call it, pile 3. And if you're not, the Spirit will do it for you. 10 of Swords reversed. And it's going to be relief. It's going to feel like relief, but that doesn't always feel good. Or when Spirit changes things around, changes relationships on our behalf, it doesn't feel good because you're not, one, you don't feel empowered, and 2, yeah, you might not be ready to leave it again. And that's all right. But I'm telling you now, pile 3, that it is in your best interest for you to, eyes open, decide, hey, this ain't it. This ain't it. And now I'm looking back and forth between your image. You also have this bike. Yeah, King of Cups reversed, trying to jump out. Whoever this, man, the Hierophant reversed. This is not your forever team, okay? And then we have the 3 of Cups. Yeah. If you're coming from pile 2, you already know what I said. You wearing less and going out more. And that can be healing in its own way. Shaking your ass, hooking up with a stranger, being with your friends, dressing sexy to come home and do what you got to do for you. If you pick up what I'm putting down. That also is a part of, you want this card, Spirit? I'm going to take 3. That is also a part of this healing and this process. Yeah, definitely go back and watch pile 2. We have the Knight of Swords reversed again. Let's see what these last 3 cards are from Spirit. Yeah, the cards are loud. We have the 5 of Swords reversed, the 6 of Pentacles reversed, and then the 3 of Pentacles. When somebody doesn't have enough for you, whether you consider it enough or not, if they know in their heart of hearts they are not an equal collaborator, they are not someone of value, they are not aligned fully in the ways that they need to be materially, emotionally, spiritually, physically, what have you, and they can give you what you give them, sometimes they will go outside of you and seek outside of you for someone that makes them feel like they have more or like they have enough. And you might be trying your damnedest to make them feel that way, but you cannot change someone else's feeling on top of the fact that if their thought process to responding to not feeling like enough in a relationship is not to communicate that or not to work on themselves, but to go find somebody else, babes. You don't want that kind of person. You don't. I'm still feeling called to shuffle these cards. So Spirit, what are the final messages you have for pile 3? Yeah, okay. The Magician flew out. The Six of Pentacles flew out again. And it's been reversed this whole time. So there's clearly a mismatch here. You are giving too much. You're not getting enough. But you're the Magician, baby. You can go ahead and create everything that you need for yourself. And the Page of Swords here, upright. You may be a little hesitant. Ace of Wands. Oh, yeah, Ace of Wands. And the Three of Swords behind it. This sucks. This sucks. This sucks. I know it does. But the cycle is complete. And when you allow the cycle to complete, that's when you step into your big bag. Always stay gracious. Best revenge is your paper. All right. And now I just heard, sorry, I ain't sorry. Now, do what you got to do. I'm telling you, but do what you got to do. I'm telling you, also, if you don't, Spirit is not above stepping in 1616 when I said that. I'm just saying. So let's get into your affirmations and your angel number to close out your reading, pile 3. Ha! All right, y'all. Your affirmation. Go ahead and read that out loud for me. Did you read it? I got you. I release my grip on the things I cannot control. You know what you can't control? Another person. You cannot control another person. You cannot control outcomes. All you can control is yourself, your thoughts, your actions. Right? So everything else, release it. And then we have 635, stagnant. Life grows in peaceful moments. Your angels know that life has felt stagnant lately. But that doesn't mean nothing is happening behind the scenes. Sit for 1 minute when you can be undisturbed. Focus on your breathing, trying to be as connected to yourself as possible. When the minute is up, notice how much you have mindfully changed, even in that short, seemingly uneventful stretch of time. All right, that goes back to that Four of Swords energy. It's all right to stand still, to lay down, to, lick your wounds, to isolate at least for a little while so that you can heal. But baby, you do got to get up. You can't stay in that Nine of Swords in your mind. What could I have done differently? This shit don't be about you. It don't be about, what if I told you it's not about you, Poppy? And I say that with love. What if I told you that person's problem, that person's choice, that person's decision actually doesn't have anything to do with you? It does, but it does not, as I was saying earlier. And so when you allow yourself to sit with that and think about that and meditate on that and let it marinate, that is when you come to the realization that, oh, wow, yeah, I do see how that happened. I do see how they started cheating, or we became misaligned when XYZ happened, or I'm just on a different path, and so us breaking up actually makes the most sense. Like, as you start to sit with it, allow yourself to transmute that heavy, anxious, upset energy into love for self, transformation, completion, into satisfaction. Because job well done, pile 3. Just because somebody else did wrong and couldn't handle the relationship don't mean that you did anything wrong. Do you know how many baddie fumblers exist here in this world, pile 3? And so, since you clearly already experienced one, don't let yourself be the other one. You can't fumble a baddie like you. That just don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. So, if you'd like a more in-depth love reading, holla at your girl. I do 30-minute and hour-long readings, as well as readings for general life and love and romance. And, why am I blinking? Career development. Duh. Finally, last but not least, I also do custom creativity readings. That is for my artists, entrepreneurs, anyone really ready to create and develop their own creativity. I will catch you in the next one. If you'd love to see more from us, make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, or book a reading through Temperance Apothecary, or check out our new Substack. Either way, I will see you later, pile 3, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.